So with Kamala Harris being the presumptive Democratic nominee, I've been seeing a lot of misogynistic comments about her, and I've been seeing a lot of new misogynism that I wasn't aware of, so I thought I would share. Since I started studying psychology in university, and we had sexism as one of the topics, discrimination, all the isms, I've been my eyes have been kind of opened a lot more to all of the sexism out there, and I just realized some new ones the last couple of days, and I thought they were really interesting. Like, for example, we call her Kamala, but we don't ever call him Joe. With a man, we always use the last name to describe them, but with a woman, we use either the first and last name, or we much more frequently use the first name as opposed to just the last name. Nobody calls her Harris. Everybody calls him Biden. People always refer to her as Kamala Harris or even Kamala, but never just Harris. But always Joe Biden or Biden, never Joe. And that's a very misogynistic thing because women are not deemed important enough to be just referred to by their last name. They have to have their first name and their last name to be able to be identified, and they will be identified purely by their first name because they are taken less seriously. Thought that was an interesting thing that I wanted to share. I've also been noticing some other things. Like, for example, they're saying she's not qualified to be president of the United States because she doesn't have biological children. Which I laughed so hard when I heard that. That was just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But so many people are trying to use that as an argument. And nobody would ever think to say that about a man. Can you imagine? Somebody saying a man is not fit to be president of a country because he doesn't have biological children. Are you kidding me? That's hilarious. And the funny thing is also, she can't win. If she had biological children, they would say that's a liability. And if she doesn't have them, then they would say that makes her not unfit to lead. It doesn't. So that's a very misogynistic thing, I've realized. Then there's another thing. Kamala Harris, I was almost going to call her Kamala. I'm not going to do that. I know she has a distinctive first name, but it's a rooted in misogyny thing to do. So Harris is often criticized for laughing too much, which is also a really misogynistic thing because if she laughs too much, she's hysterical. If she doesn't laugh enough, she's a bee. So she cannot win. Women cannot win. And nobody would ever say about a man that they laugh too much. They would see that as charisma. They would see that as as charm. But if a woman laughs too much, she's hysterical. And if she wasn't laughing enough, she would be a bee. So just some new misogynistic things that I've been observing recently, and I thought I'd share them. So if you refer to her, make sure you refer to her as Harris. And we have the power to change this. We have the power to remove misogyny from our society. It's so rooted in our society that we don't even notice it as misogyny. We don't even identify it as such. So step one is identifying it as misogyny. And step two is actually acting on it and changing it. So actively calling her Harris. So I, for one, am going to make sure I actively do that now. And I hope you do too.
Is